I guarantee you after you watch this video that if you weren't into crypto before, you're going to buy crypto. I can guarantee you after seeing this, okay? I'm doing this video. I'm still in shock. This is not even the video I plan to do today. In fact, this is probably going to be the first time in years that I've done multiple videos today, because I got to do another video about what I actually want to do the video about, which is 100, which is going crazy. But this is so important. I'm like, I got to do a video about this. These images that you're seeing right now, these are DEA agents. This is Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson Airport, the most busiest airport in the entire world. And these are undercover DEA agents disguising themselves as regular passengers, except they are not regular passengers. They are here for one reason and one reason only, and that is to steal money from people, specifically targeting black men to steal money from them. Okay, so here's how this works, right? Now, you know, when you travel, you come in the airport, you either have your ticket or whatever, you either check your big bags, but from that point on, you are being monitored and scanned everywhere you go. You got to run all of your carry-on bags through the scans, right? And if you're a black man, you know that we're going to be the ones that's randomly searched. Every flight I have been on, for the most part, I was randomly selected. Just happened to be randomly selected for a wand search. I gotta be the luckiest brother in the whole world that I just happen to keep getting randomly selected to go through the metal detector and the wand search. Now, I know I ain't the only brother. So that's how we know it ain't random, bro. It's not random. It's on purpose. They need to come out with a system where it's based on computers and it's based on a number you select, right? And then you just randomly pick a number. Then it would be random. But right now, it's based on the prejudice of the TSA agents and the airport workers or whatever. It's not based on facts. It's not because black men are the ones that are, bringing drugs into countries and they're the mules. Statistically, they're not. Statistically, women are the mules more than black men. And the reason why women are the mules is because women statistically don't get stopped as much. I'm not saying no woman has ever been stopped. I'm just saying if you compare men versus women, women don't get stopped as much. And then when you break it down by color, because we're all the same race, there's no race, it's color. Based on color, black men probably make up less than 5% of all flights. I can't tell you how many flights I've been on when I was the only brother on the flight, me and my son. But in terms of this thing that's going on here, 56% of the people who were stopped were black men. Okay? So here's what they do. So you go through all these checks, right? You go through the TSA check, you go through the regular bag checks. Hear me. And you're now at the point where you're at that last stop and you give your ticket to the ticket person and you're now on the bridge. You're on the bridge. You know the little thing, right? Well, if that thing break, you will fall out. That thing. On the bridge, here come these undercover dudes. And they stop you and they search your bags for drugs. But it's not really for drugs. They never find drugs. How could they? You've already gone through the scanners and the monitors and all that. They not gonna find no drugs. They got dogs throughout the airport, everything. There's no way you getting through there 9 times out of 10 with drugs. So they're doing this under the guise of looking for drugs, but let me tell you what they actually looking for. This right here, money. They're looking for money. And if they find any money, they will confiscate your money. And you will have to fight to get it back. These brothers here all had money taken from them, and it's specifically on the flight from Atlanta to LA. Now, I was sitting here like, why would they target that flight specifically? What's special about that flight? Didn't hit me. This is the baller flight. This is the Hollywood flight. If you work in Hollywood, right, you are either in Atlanta or Los Angeles. There's nowhere else, right? And because more black men than ever before are becoming producers, actors, directors, so on and so forth, because of the boom of Atlanta, they're going back and forth between Atlanta and LA. So they are specifically targeting these flights. They're specifically targeting the richest black men in America. There's a higher percentage that they're going to be on this flight specifically, Atlanta to LA and back and forth. And they are confiscating money, even not just cash. You look at this, they're taking money out of people's bank accounts. Look at this. How they taking money out of people's bank accounts, I don't know. And then how do you get it back? You have to hire a lawyer. You know, if you don't live in Atlanta, you got to fly back, right? And fight, you know, your case, spend money, or it will be administratively forfeited. You will forfeit your money. Is this not the wildest thing that you've ever seen? Like, dude, when I saw, if I hadn't saw multiple news reports, I would have thought it was fake news. I'm like, no way. No way that they're doing this. No way that they're getting away with this. It's real. And it's specifically targeting black men. Dudes who are, do you know how hard it is to make $1 million as a black man? $100,000? That you got that in cash in the bank. Do you know how hard that is? And they're like, oh, you achieved this? Oh, that's great. Give me this. Oh, you won a Grammy? Congratulations, my dude. Run this money. Right? So what's the real reason behind this outside of targeting black men? That's what it's about. The real reason behind this is, bro, this is a fundraiser. So what happens is this one agent right here has confiscated over $1.1 million, and his police department gets 9% commission of everything he confiscates. This is a fundraiser. We're already paying taxes to these dudes. We already paying them to lock us up. We already paying them to arrest us, to tase us, to beat us over the head, beat us with sticks, and sometimes kill us. We're paying them for that. It's not enough. Y'all done took the Girl Scout cookies to a whole nother level. The Katydids is on a whole nother level, bro. No, we don't have no Katydids to give your ass. We ain't got no candies or cookies, bro. And no, the basketball team don't need no jerseys. We just gonna take your money because we can. Okay, so I hear you saying BSG. Okay, you know, obviously this is a crazy situation, you know. But and it's unfortunate, and you know, people are stealing money and all that. But I mean, I've been using money for all my life. That's all I know. How is this Bitcoin thing different, or how is crypto in general, or is there a distinction between Bitcoin and other cryptos? Okay, and I'm gonna, as briefly as possible, as simply as possible, because I'm not making this a deep video. You can watch my other videos, and then I'm gonna release a new version of my course that will really do a deep dive. But there are a few ways that is different. Okay, first of all, Bitcoin is not controlled by anyone. That is the distinct difference between Bitcoin and every other cryptocurrency, even Ethereum. Ethereum is basically controlled by three entities. I'm not going to get into that with it, but if three entities decided to, lock transactions or not validate transactions, right? If three entities decided to not validate, they could shut the entire Ethereum network down. And I know it's probably going to be some people in this video. There's a lot of tribalism between Bitcoin supporters and Ethereum supporters and other crypto support. It's really, really stupid, right? We should all be, trying to work together. But Ethereum has its advantages over Bitcoin and vice versa. But one of the things about Ethereum is literally three uh, entities control more than 50% of the blockchain. And if they stop validating, then, basically transactions are going to build up and it's going to render the Ethereum blockchain useless. Okay. That can't happen with Bitcoin. Why? Because there are literally thousands upon thousands upon thousands of different miners that if one of them shuts down, the other ones will keep going. In fact, when China was doing their thing, when they kicked all of the miners out of their country at one time, except themselves, the Bitcoin hash rate dropped significantly for a while, and people were like, "Uh oh, is this a problem for Bitcoin?" And the Bitcoin price did drop a little bit. But then maybe like a couple months later, the hash rate was back to where it was and it's higher now because all of those miners moved somewhere else. The network never stopped, right? It's not like one or two people. Even when China shut, and there was a lot of miners in China at that time. When they shut all those people down, the network kept going. In Argentina, they have actually confiscated the miners. They've actually confiscated their equipment. In China and Argentina, they show videos of them taking people's miners and taking a bulldozer and destroying their miners, only to then pass a law in Argentina that says anybody that mines Bitcoin, the government gets a percentage of what you mine, right? So I mean, you know it's crazy when the governments are recognizing the opportunity and they're getting involved, right? But even when those things happen, the Bitcoin blockchain kept going. The Bitcoin blockchain has never stopped. It is the only blockchain that has never ever stopped. Solana, which I don't even consider a blockchain, but it is technically a blockchain. Solana has been stopped almost 20 times. Other blockchains have been stopped. Even Binance Smart Chain, I think, has been stopped once, just to fix something. Then they restarted it. Bitcoin blockchain has never stopped. So it's not controlled by anybody. So nobody can stop your money, your transactions, anything on the native Bitcoin blockchain. Okay. So they can't block it. You have to give up your seed words in order for somebody to get your Bitcoin. Okay, so that's the biggest difference, other than the fact that there's a limited amount of Bitcoin, there's an unlimited amount of cash. Cash is printed by governments all over the world. Bitcoin, there's only 21 million. In fact, there's not even 21 million because 4 million of them have been lost. So there's really right now a max of only 17 million can ever be in existence because 4 million have been burned. And then there are other currencies out there that have developed new technology that I will talk about in other videos that actually requires you to burn Bitcoin to produce these new coins, because the idea is okay, Bitcoin is the most sound thing we have. It's the best thing we have. It wasn't printed, it was mined, it required energy, so on and so forth. And so now, if we're going to make anything else, we're going to require Bitcoin to make every new thing. And so if that blows up, then Bitcoin is going to go up even more because there's going to be less and less Bitcoin. All right, but I digress. Okay. So the other reason why cryptocurrency is better than fiat, which is what we call paper money, is the technology of which you hold the cryptocurrency. For you to hold any crypto, there's a few ways. The easiest way is to use a centralized exchange. Okay, a lot of crypto people don't like centralized exchanges. I'm not one of them. I like if that's what gets people in crypto, then that's fine. I think most people are going to come in that way because it makes it easy. I'm going to talk about that later, right? But if you're going to truly hold crypto and transact with it on the native level, then you're going to need what's called a wallet. And the wallet technology is pretty interesting. Okay. So the two main wallets that I want to focus on are MetaMask and Trust Wallet. Okay. Now, this is the Chrome browser extensions. Only get MetaMask as the extension in the browser. Do not Google MetaMask and then go to websites because there are a lot of scam websites, and you will think that you're going on MetaMask and you're going on MetaMath or Meta Monday or Meta something else, Meta Mayo, right? It won't be MetaMask. It will look exactly like MetaMask. It will even say MetaMask, but it works through a browser extension. And I would only encourage you to use MetaMask on desktop or laptop. I do not think you should use MetaMask on your mobile. It can be used, but the technology is different. A lot of people don't know this. MetaMask technology, which is pretty old if we're being honest, is used on laptops and desktop, not for mobile phones. So you go in the browser extension, you add it. See, I have it here, and then there's gonna be some steps that you have to take. It's new technology, y'all, so you have to learn this stuff. It's not hard, okay? But some people will be like, "Oh, I don't want it. It's kind of hard." It's not hard, bro. You just have to go through it, just like with anything else, okay? Um, Now, here's the interesting thing about MetaMask, okay, and about what we call Web3 wallets, okay? And I'm only going to, again, recommend the tool that I'm giving you. I don't recommend any of the other, wallets outside of centralized exchanges. I do recommend Binance. Um, Coinbase has a wallet, is pretty new. So I don't know about the security of that wallet or what have you. But outside of crypto.com, stuff like that, I wouldn't fool with other wallets, okay? But the interesting thing about Web3 is, of course, you create a username and password. I could literally give you my password right now, and you would not be able to log into my account. That's what's crazy. I could broadcast my password right now and nobody would be able to get into it. You need either the device or you need the seed words. So unless you have somebody's seed words, you cannot get into their cryptocurrency. Okay, so watch this now. So let's say, because again, I showed you those DEA agents weren't just taking cash; They were actually taking people's bank account. I don't even know how you do that. I don't know how you transfer that. That's crazy. They're taking money out of people's bank accounts. All right. So let's say that was me going through the bridge after all the checks and everything, which is just wild and crazy. You done been through the scanners and all of that, and here you think you done, and here are these DEA agents at the bridge, right? And they talking about, yo, man, I need to check your bags. First of all, I'm not gonna consent, but let's just say for whatever reason they were able to go through my bags, and let's say they were able to keep my bags, okay? If I had my crypto on me, which I'm not, but if I was, I could then go to another computer. They don't have my password. I would then be able to have access to all of my funds that are on whatever particular device as long as I have my seed words. So I can literally use another computer. I could add MetaMask to that computer, which has never had my accounts on it before. And I could then input those seed words, and everything that was on that computer would now be on the new one. Because the reality is, your money is not stored on the computer. It's not on the computer. It's not on the phone. It's on the blockchain. And as long as you got your seed words, you can retrieve or get access to whatever is on the blockchain. That's what makes it incredible. Okay. So that's MetaMask. Then you have Trust Wallet. I recommend Trust Wallet for mobile only. Trust Wallet also has an online version. I do not recommend that version. Okay? Want to make it clear. I only recommend MetaMask for laptop and desktop, and Trust Wallet for mobile. Okay? And you can see the differences here. The operating services that it works with, and the networks. Okay? And then you got the fees, right? Trust Wallet allegedly does not charge you a fee when you swap. MetaMask does. I don't want to get into all of this because this requires more detail, right? But the way that Trust Wallet works, it works with your phone. And typically, to get into your Trust Wallet, again, you're gonna need seed word. Whenever you download a new wallet, they're gonna make you remember your seed words. You put these somewhere, not on your phone, not in the cloud. No, it's got to be on like paper or metal or wood or something real, offline, not anywhere on your computer, right? Because if somebody find your computer, even if you got it on a notepad on your computer, if they find it, you screw, right? And even me personally, um, all of my words are not available anywhere. So even if somebody finds my offline words, all of my words are not there. You're not getting all my words. My words are in my head. So again, in my course and stuff, I talk about that, whatever. But anyway, but the way that Trust Wallet works is you have to enter a code just to get into Trust Wallet. I'm not talking about password. I'm talking about actual, like your iPhone code, but it's different than your iPhone code. So if you have an iPhone, you got to enter the iPhone. Your iPhone should be locked. Okay, I hope it's locked. Somebody would have to know your iPhone code. I know they can break those, but they cannot break your Trust Wallet code. They have to know what that is. Or you can go a step further and use your thumbprint. Now, personally, I would not do that because just keeping it real, like if we really talking about something, they can just cut your thumb off and then they can get in. Seriously, like people crazy out here. If you working with something, you know what I'm saying, you working with a bit of money, they'll cut your thumb off. So that's why I don't use thumbprint. I use the numbers, right? So, but it similar to MetaMask, all your stuff will be, um, in that wallet on your phone. Okay, and that leads me to the next thing that I said I was going to talk about, how you can hold your crypto, and that is through a crypto debit card. Many people might say a crypto credit card is not a credit card because there's no interest and you don't pay any fees. In fact, some of these cards will pay you to use them. Okay. So now this is crypto.com. Full disclosure, I do not use them, whatever, but the card that I use, is similar to this one, but a lot of people are restricted from using the card that I use. So I'm going to talk about one that you might probably, I can't even guarantee that you can use this one, but more people can use this one than the one that I have. Right. So how you get here, you just go to crypto.com, you go to products, and you hit metal Visa cards. And the way that these work is, first of all, you got to have an account with the exchange. So in this case, crypto.com, you have an account with them. And then it's like you have crypto in your regular crypto account. And then you have where you can transfer it to your debit card. And so you can put crypto, the ones that they accept, it's not going to be all of them, but you can put crypto on these cards on this account, and then you can go and spend money just like a regular debit card, but you're using crypto. But the people that you're doing business with don't know. They think it's a regular debit, but you're using crypto. Okay. In this particular card, they actually have a cash back option, but you have to hold their token to get the cash back, which is a use case for their token, right? So for the Obsidian card, which I do not recommend, you got to have 350,000 worth of CRO, which is Crypto.com's um, um, token to get 5% back. That means every purchase, you get 5% back. Okay. And it goes down from there. So even if you just got 350 euros worth, in this case, of crypto.com token, the CRO token, allegedly you'll get 1% back. But they're telling you here you have a cap of $25 a month that you're getting back. Okay. Whereas these probably don't have a cap. I don't know. Right. You have to do the research yourself. I don't use these dudes. Right. Some of the other benefits you getting Spotify, Netflix free. The top one, of course, you getting other stuff, bonus rewards, and then I didn't even see this here. Talking about a private jet partnership. I would need to look into that because if I can see, if you go private, you ain't got to worry about none of that stuff we just talked about, right? So if I need to check out what this private jet partnership is, real talk. And then of course you have ATM withdrawal limit. Yes, you can use it as an ATM, and so on and so forth. Now I don't know what this means. Free ATM withdrawal. So they charging you above this amount. See, the one that I got, they don't do all that. So this is the best of all worlds because you're using crypto, right? The value of crypto, you know what I'm saying? But it's working just like a debit card. And they just pulling from your crypto rather than cash, right? So why is that important? Okay, if you go back a couple of months ago, and I was talking about Bitcoin for the new folk, like Bitcoin was like 26,000, and today it's over 30,000. It's almost 31,000. Okay, I'm talking about like within the past month or so. right? So what does that mean? That means that if you were holding Bitcoin just for the past month, you've made almost 20% on your Bitcoin, but you still paying with Bitcoin, right? So let's say you have $100,000 in cash, and you go out and you go out for a nice dinner. You spend $100, $150, right? Okay, so cash, you got 100,000. They take out $150. That's coming out of your 100,000. If you got 100,000 in Bitcoin in this case, and then you go out, you spend $150. Your Bitcoin over the past month, let's say you went out last month, your Bitcoin is now worth almost 120,000. Right? So like it's basically you ate for free. And that's going to keep happening as long as Bitcoin, keeps going up. So, I mean, there's no reason for you not to be in this, bro. They're like, this is the future. This is the present. They're attacking you. They're coming after you. They targeting us, bro. Like, do you know how hard it is for a black man to make even $100,000, much less $1,000,000? Do you know how hard that is? And literally, you just happen to be going through the airport. You know nothing about this. Make sure y'all share this video, man. You know nothing about this, and there's a dude standing after all the checks, after all the TSA checks, after all that, dude is standing on the bridge, and he can literally take all your money, everything that you done work hard for, just because. I don't know how this is legal. I don't think it is legal. But you notice they keep pressing people by saying, do you consent? Do you consent? Don't consent. Don't give them consent. I don't give a damn if you miss your flight. So what? Well, you just miss it. Right? That's better than them taking racks and racks of your money that you're going to have to fight to get back. It's wild. It's crazy. Okay? So if you don't buy crypto after this, man, then, hey, bro, good luck. It's your boy BSG. And I'm going to holler at y'all in the next video.